Bestie! Spring has arrived, and I've been told December and January were really cold in Berlin. Well, maybe for you, but not for me. As I managed to achieve the dream of everyone in the city, and it is to run away in the winter. Sorry for you. Don't hate, okay? I'm joking. But yeah, don't be jealous. Be happy for me. Be joyful for me. Because this bestie managed to spend the winter no more and no less than in Brazil, baby. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Brazil. Brazil. I don't know, I feel like Brazil has really changed my life, and I'm almost stepping on swan poop, the most beautiful poop you've ever seen. I mean, I'm actually happy that I came back right like at the sunset of the winter and at the sunrise of the spring, because I get to feel the transition, you know? I love that. I love seasons. I love, ooh, birds. Woohoo! Yeah! Birds know it. It's a spring, baby! And I actually have a pulley. Look at me. Who would have thought? Swan? Coming for the guy's food. Yeah, I'm cutting my head a lot in this video. Anyway, I'm clearly not a professional. Anyway, yeah, so I'm back in Berlin. That's actually really cool. I don't have a problem with that. I love it. And Brazil was really, really magical. I would be back 1,000 times. And this trip meant the world to me. Ooh! This swan has been freshly produced, by the way. Actually, I saw the swans hunting for each other's sensually, to say the least, yesterday for the first time. That was really cool. I never saw it before, but... And well, by now, because I've been a few years living in this city, I know that when they look gray like this, that means they're like teenagers or something. I mean, if someone knows better, please tell me, because I might be lying. But they're young. When they are they're gray, they're young, and then at some point later they become really white, and you know, like we famously know them, and that means they're adults. Yes, beautiful spring in Berlin. I love it. But I must say I don't have a problem with having escaped the winter, to be really honest with you. I know you might feel the tendency to feel jealous, but this brown body, mind and soul got high doses of all they needed. And it is high doses of melanin. Yep. Because many of you probably don't know it, but Brazil is one of the most African countries outside of the African continent. And maybe parallel to the USA, probably. I haven't really studied the numbers, but it's definitely something like that. And yeah, so black culture in Brazil, woohoo! Indigenous culture in Brazil, woohoo! It's, yeah, to me it was really, really quite the ancestral journey, and it was definitely something that was very consciously intended to be for me. So, share my joy, don't be jealous. Cut. And talking about black culture in Brazil is talking about the mecca of black culture in Brazil, which is called Salvador de Bahia. Wow, Salvador de mi corazón. What a beautiful city. It is what it is, one friend. We are back to the daily struggle. Well, when it comes to you, you must be really happy because the spring is here. When it comes to me, back to expensive rent in Berlin. Yay! Exciting. Oh my God. To be honest, Brazil was way more expensive than I expected. Way more expensive. Well, I expected just because thinking, oh, global south cheap, but hell no, it was not cheap. And well, it was a silly expectation because it was just like a blind expectation. I didn't really do any kind of research before. So, yeah, but it was way more expensive than expected, but rent in Berlin, oh my lord. And inflation, global inflation, economic recession is a lot. Woohoo! Inflation, economic recession is a lot. Woohoo! Jogging paradise. Everybody wants to jog in the spring in Berlin, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, someone there looking for a room to live in Berlin? I pray for you. Well, I don't really pray. I rave for you. Yeah, that's really tough, man. Everyone is looking for a room in Berlin and it's impossible to pay them. So, you know, my contract is a little bit older, so therefore it's not the worst that it could be, but... Oh, I almost thought I could show you the birds. Reproducing themselves in the air. How sexy is that? Woo! Who doesn't dream to be a bird? Let's be honest. Be honest with me. Who doesn't dream to be a bird? And have sex while we fly. I was like, oh my god, the shock, the price shock when I come back to Berlin will be woohoo. And yeah, it was woohoo, literally. It's scary. But anyways, here we are, struggling artists, struggling people of the world, because actually inflation is a global thing going on right now, very crazy. And I hope everyone is trying to keep up with it well. It's really tough. It's funny how most of people think of Brazil, oh, Brazil, a country. Well, it's funny how most of people think of Brazil, oh, Brazil, a country. Well, think about it. Really, it's all geopolitics, but honestly, it's not a country, it's a continent. Look at the continental mass, look at the diversity of people, animals, ecosystems, cultures, ways of life, ways of thinking. It's continental, it's not a country. And that's where I want to start, because it would be kind of reductionist, but it's something, of course, that happens in the whole world. You know, the borders in the countries are determined by politics, not by culture. So, but Brazil is just too huge. It's just too continental. So by now, it's time to explain and to say that I did not go to Brazil on holidays. I did not go like on a months-long holiday. I went there for another reason. I went there for an artist residency. I found this opportunity and I applied for it, and when I applied, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, it's gonna happen, it's gonna be for me, yes! Am I a manifesting girly now? I don't think so, but I did manifest it. It did happen, and yeah, I'm very happy about that. It did happen because it was so hard to say goodbye. All that to say that I felt really, oh my god, look at this tree! Oh, that is cute. Isn't it like a Japanese tree? Somebody know what's the name of this tree? Whoa. Look at this, look at this. Woo! Okay, it's really hard to film it. Yes! What, are you kidding me? That's so beautiful. Yeah, I don't know the name. Somebody can please comment the name of the tree. Thank you. Yeah, so I was there in a residency for 2 months in Salvador de Bahia, and it was pure magic. It was a residency that allowed you to do whatever you needed to do as an artist, whatever it is that you were working on, you could do it, which is great because there are many types of artistic residencies. Some of them, they have a specific goal that you have to achieve, a specific work you have to produce, but in this case, it was for the artists to do whatever they were doing, whatever they were creating at that time, and that was a dream come true. And it's actually funny how many things Salvador and Brazil have in common. I meant Salvador and Berlin. Almost forgot it. One of the most precious resources in this city, light, and it's almost over for me. Things in common between Berlin and Salvador. There are things in common, in fact, because even though culturally the cities are nothing to do with one another, they do have in common that they are cities where kind of fascinating people are living. A lot of creative people, a lot of people who are innovating in any way or form. Unis, like I said, is the black mecca of Brazil, and I would say actually one of the main, or maybe the black mecca of Latin America. That's just homework for me yet. But everything mainly from the perspective of black culture, because 80% of the population in Salvador de Bahia is of African descent, from several cultures and several peoples, but African. If you are black or brown and you're checking this video, I do believe it's a city where you might have a piece of your heart without knowing it. So for me, this was quite the connection trip. It was way beyond my expectations. And with these words and a beautiful sunset, woohoo! We say goodbye for today. Check it out. Whoa, let's go, birds. Cut.